All right, so let's start. Okay, so today's topic is why leaders are special. So again, I will only give the slides at the end of the class, not during the class. Okay, if during the class I give you slides, half of you will fall asleep. So I will give you the slides at the end of the class. So why leaders are special. Now, in life and anything you do, okay, literally anything to do, whether you are a mother, whether you are even a taxi driver, okay, or bus driver, or sales consultant, or an engineer, or teacher, or elder brother, or boyfriend, or girlfriend, or mother, all has leadership components. You understand? Everything we do has leadership components. As a mother, you want to lead your family. As a father, you want to lead your children. As a bus driver, you want to lead your passengers in your bus. As a tour guide, you know, if you're a travel agent or tour guide, you bring people for holidays, you know, to the Mount Everest or to Tokyo, you are also a leader. Okay. One of the reasons why a lot of people are not successful today is because they do not know how to be a leader. That's also one of the biggest reasons on this earth. So I want you to imagine, what if no leaders exist? I want you to imagine now, there's no leaders there. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen if there's no leaders? You know, some of you hate your prime ministers, right? Some of you hate your bosses, right? Yes, everybody that hate your bosses, put up a hand. Come on, be honest. Come on, put a thumbs up. Hey, your boss is not here, okay? So you don't have to pretend that you are the nicest man on this earth, okay? You're not, okay? Okay, you put up a hand, right? Govit, how come your hand is not up? Because if I see your hand up, today will be your last day. You know that, right? Literally this 1 minute will be your last minute already. Right, so, hey, it's normal. Hey, but so now I want you to think carefully. What happens if your boss does not exist? You see? Oh, he's the savior now, right? Oh, your boss is the superhero now, right? Because that's the guy that pays you salary and gave you a job. No one else want to give you this job. Someone did, and that's your boss. Now, the reason why you hate your boss, most employees hate their bosses, is because they don't understand what leadership is. Imagine you don't have, some of you will complain to me, right? My mayor is corrupted, right? My president is corrupted, right? Yeah, that's what you tell me. So now imagine if your president doesn't exist, there's no president in your country. You think things will get better? You see? You see? Right, now you get it? Because you don't understand. In life, there are two types of people. Leadership people, normal people. Leadership people, they don't complain. They don't complain. Okay? Normal people complain a lot. Now, I do not blame you, Paula, Villanova, Nueva. I don't blame you if you complain a lot. Okay? Because you don't understand what leadership is. So when people don't understand what leadership is, they always complain. Always, always complain. So imagine now, some of you, right? You gather, you organize functions for your family, right? Yes, you do, maybe you organize a barbecue or a picnic, or maybe a small tour to the province for a short holiday. Not easy, right? Some idiots will tell you, I want to go this place. Some idiots will tell you, I don't want to eat fried chicken. Some idiots will tell you, oh, I've been to this place plenty of times. Why do you continue to bring me to this place? Yes. Right? Yes, right? Right? Now, then I want you to think in a different way. Can you imagine now? I'm your leader. Okay? Everybody here works for me. And I lead you to a barbecue on a Saturday afternoon. I can make everybody happy. I can make everybody have good food on that Saturday evening. I can entertain the people. I can create a positive impact to these people. Why is that a bad skill to have? Now, for those people that do not know me, if you are first day today, I'm actually the boss of this organization. Okay. For those people who do not know me, now you know. Mr. Wally, for Izo, the sales consultant, they're all my staff. Okay. All right. So can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Isn't that a good skill to have? So don't hate your boss. Another word, what happens if no leadership is being enforced? That means I let you be whatever you want to be. Okay? That means I allow you guys to do whatever you want to do. Imagine the Filipino president, fuck it. Let's allow the Filipinos to do whatever they want to do in their country. Scary. Imagine I'm the Indian Prime Minister and I tell all the Indian students, hey, my fellow Indian citizens, today is no leadership day. Do whatever you want to do. Leadership is the worst position on this earth, yet the most rewarding position on this earth. Because if you can show leadership to 30 million people, if you can show leadership to 5 million people, if you can show leadership to 5,000 people, most likely you're going to be a rich man. Okay? Most likely you are going to be a rich man. Okay? So always remember this. So the question is, what happens if there's no leaders on this earth? What happens if there's no bosses on this earth? Since everybody hates their boss so much, right? Right, Mr. Chandra Prakash, you are the one that raised your hand up just now because you hate your boss. Imagine that all the bosses don't exist today. What do you think is going to happen? Let me explain to you what's going to happen if there's no bosses. Since you hate your bosses so much, all of you will be jobless. Okay? Jobless. Jobless. So imagine if you are jobless, what's going to happen next? Crime rates will go up, right? Robbery, murder, rape, burglary, theft, or drug selling. It's going to be a fucking mess. So always remember this. Leadership, the leaders are the most important people on this earth. But it comes with a lot of responsibilities. Right? So if you want to be a leader, like imagine, I know some of you want to be a manager, some of you want to have your own business, right? Some of you want to do more things in life. In order to do that, you have to start to think like a leader first. You have to start to think like a leader in the current job that you're working for first. Because if you do not assume yourself in leadership thoughts, there is no way you will be trained or promoted to become a leader. Okay, so this is a what-if scenario. Next, leaders are special people. Okay, now, what is the difference between special and normal? Okay, now, this is how crazy these are. Everyone here wants to be special. Yes? Yes, put a thumbs up if you agree with me. Be honest. Okay, be honest, huh? Everybody here wants to be special. It's true. Please do not lie to me by telling me you want to be a normal person. Especially the Filipinos. The Filipinos, they love to be special people. But because they cannot be special anywhere except TikTok. That's why they do a lot of TikTok dances, even at the age of 60. Right? Because when they do the TikTok videos, they feel special. Right? So everyone wants to be special. But you know what's crazy about people today? Everybody wants to be special, yet they choose to be normal. Understand this statement. Leaders are special people. Everyone wants to be special, yet they all choose to be normal. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because special is difficult. Special is stressful. Special is disciplined. Special is committed. Special is hardworking. Special is duress. Special means long hours. Special means no family time. Special means a lot of work. Special means stress. Everybody knows that leaders are special. Everybody wants to be special, yet most of you choose to be normal. Okay. Why is the difference so important? If everybody today, every one of you here today, you know, one of the biggest problems, and I'm going to tell you something now, and please pay attention. One of the reasons why a lot of you have shit salary. You know, shit salary? Put up a hand if you think you have a shit salary. Put up a hand. Thumbs up if you think you have a shit salary. Come on, be honest that you think your company is not paying you enough. Put a thumbs up if you have a shit salary. What? Everybody's rich? No, right? 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 You know that you have a shit salary, right? Now, understand why do you think you have a shit salary? Honestly, anybody knows why? Now think carefully about this statement. This is important. Why do you think we have a shit salary? Why? You know, no reason why you have a lot of shits, why in most of your countries, the people pay you shit salary. You think carefully. You know, in your countries, you have Starbucks, right? You know, Starbucks Cafe. You know, Starbucks, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? Apple, you know, Samsung, these are all international brands, right? Now, if you buy a Happy Meal in the Philippines, if you convert to USD, it will cost about 4 USD. If you eat a Happy Meal in Singapore, also 4 USD. If you eat a Happy Meal in Malaysia, 4 USD. If you eat a Happy Meal in Bhutan, I'm not sure whether Bhutan has McDonald's or not, so let's presume that Bhutan has McDonald's, also 4 USD. If you go to Australia to eat in Australia, 4 USD. So can you tell me why the Australians that work in the McDonald's or the Singaporeans that work in the McDonald's or the UK people work in the McDonald's, they have 6 times the salary, whereas in Bhutan, most likely the McDonald's manager is going to pay you $200 to $300 a month. Strange enough. In the Philippines, it's also the same thing, right? Right? Most likely, if they pay you around 350 to 450 USD to work in a McDonald's there. But the Happy Meal costs the same as in Singapore. But those foreigners that work in Singapore McDonald's are getting paid $1,800 to $2,000 a month. Why? Okay, that's the first mystery question. The second mystery question is, how the fuck did my country become one of the richest countries in the world? Singapore has nothing. Singapore has no gold, no diamonds, no jewels, no forests, no agriculture, no water. We take water from Malaysia. No chicken. We don't even have chickens. We get chickens from Indonesia. We have no fruits. We import fruits from the Philippines, right? So how did our country that has nothing became one of the richest countries in the world? Have you ever wondered why? Strange, right? Paula, you speak English. I speak English. Why do I have more money than you? Right? Crazy, Rosalind, Miss Bonales, you speak English. I speak English. How come I have more money than you? Okay, let me explain to you why. Now, remember the 2 stories, so I'm going to tell you why. In your country, nobody, literally, I mean, nobody wants to be a leader there. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? All the Filipinos, all the Indians, all the Bhutanese, all the Vietnamese, all the African nation people, a lot of them do not want to be leaders. Do you understand? They just want a job, Monday to Friday, go home early, Saturday, Sunday, family time, TikTok video time. Right? Okay? You understand? So, leaders create business. You understand? For a country to be prosperous, you need to have a lot of businessmen, not jobbers. Your country have more jobbers, that's working class people are nicknamed as jobbers, than businessmen. In Singapore, most of my friends are businessmen. Nobody want to work for anyone. Singapore. I'm telling you, no, foreigners want to work for Singapore companies. Yes, because foreigners have the jobber mindset. Singapore people don't want to work. They want to do their own business. Right? So the reason is, think about it. Can you imagine now the place that you stay now, your neighbors, okay? You and your neighbors, all your friends, all your neighbors. Can you imagine all of them want to be leaders? All of them are willing to work hard. All of them are willing to sacrifice. All of them are willing to commit. All of them are willing to work overtime. All of them are willing to learn, put in more effort. That means overnight, you will have hundreds of new business. So if you're surrounded by thousands of businessmen, you would not want to be a jobber anymore. Okay, because if you mix around with businessmen, you want to do business. If you mix around with jobber people, you're always thinking of jobs. And that's the reason why Singapore is one of the richest countries in the world. It's not, we are very similar to Dubai as well, right? You know, Dubai is also very rich. And Qatar, you know, the Qatari people, right? So if you look at the Qatari people, the Macau people, the Dubai, the real born and raised Dubai people, the real born and raised Qatari people, they are all leaders. They are all business owners. So in Macau, same thing, most of the workers are foreigners. In Singapore, most of the workers are also foreigners. In Qatar, Dubai, most workers also foreigners. That's why leadership is important. Leadership is important is because the only way that your country will be rich or you will be rich is the more businessmen, the better your country is going to be. America, Korea, Japan, UK is the same. These countries' spaces is as big as your country. But if you talk to the Americans, if you talk to the Japanese, if you talk to the South Koreans, a lot of them want to be leaders. You don't want to be a leader. You don't. Now, I'm going to make a very sad example, okay? Girls, please don't hate me. Girls, promise me you won't hate me. Promise that. Come on. This is how Chinese people do promises, okay? You know, unfortunately, there are a lot of single mothers in your countries, right? Yes, right? Why? Because the man refused to be a leader there. In Singapore, the single family is because the wife is pissed off at the husband because the husband did not make enough money, so the wife divorced the husband. You know, and then get the child support. You know, because they're rich, so they get the child support money. Okay, in your country, some of you not even married and not even become husband, and they ran away. You see, economy collapse, country collapse, finance collapse because there's a lack of leadership. Now, Africans, especially if you're African, right? Mr. Daniel Mwitwa, you know, sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. Mr. Daniel comes from Africa. Obviously, He's keen to learn something. If he's not keen, he will not attend the class today. Right, Mr. Daniel? Now, obviously, when I ask Mr. Daniel, what's wrong with your country? Mr. Daniel will tell me there's no jobs, the country is corrupted, blah, 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 because of the war, previously genocide, a lot of bad African history from the previous years. No, Mr. Daniel, there's a lack of leaders in your country. That's the real answer. Okay? There's a lack of leaders in your country. How do you think Ukraine can hold Russia off? Russia is powerful, They are the third strongest army in the world. You understand? After China and America, they are third or the fourth. How did Russia, until today, still cannot win Ukraine? It's because Poland, UK, France, America, and all those neighboring countries provide leadership for Ukraine. Now, this is important. If you are a teacher today, that's what you should teach, leadership. If you are a worker today, you have to start to formulate a leadership mindset. Start to formulate a leadership mindset in your company. If you're a student today, it's the same. It's easier for you to be a leader at a younger age than an older age. Leadership is important. It's because they are special people. Without special people, nothing will be created. You think about this. Now, this watch was created by a leader. This cap was created by a leader. Zoom was created by a leader. Because this is our business, A brand is a business, You gotta understand, Selling watch is a business. Zoom is a business. Selling caps is a business. Selling doors are businesses. Everything you see in your house has a special component of business. The wall paint, even painting, painting? The paint on your wall is a business. That's how important leadership is in today's society. Without leadership, the whole thing will collapse. Nobody will invent anything. Imagine everybody just one job. Can you imagine, Roslyn? Everybody just one job. Everybody, sir, I want job. So job. How many jobs can the world give? So you know what happened to your country? Let's get back to your country now, right? Because there's not enough leaders. So I'm the boss now. You want job, right? 10 Filipino. Each Filipino, 300. 10 Burmese people. Each person, 300. 10 Africans. 10 Africans, each African, 300. Why? I have no competition, right? You don't want this job? Don't worry, One thing that is not lack in your country, people. There's a lack of jobs, there's a lack of whatever, but there is no lack of people. You understand? Now, I'm going to say something controversial now. And please do not record and show to your government. Okay? All right, I'm going to say something controversial now. A lot of you go to universities, right? Right? Agreed? You get a degree, you go to school, things like that, right? Yes? Yes, you did, right? Now, what do you think university is about? Do you know what university is about? Okay, university is about knowledge. University is about learning, right? Learning, you learn things. You learn what debit credit is. You learn what accounting is. You learn what school, sales is, you learn a lot of things, right? Okay. Now let me explain to you. Universities are also for jobbers. They train you to be a jobber. They train you, guys, I'm sorry, all above 18? Anybody below 18? No, right? Everybody above 18, I'm going to say something even more controversial now, okay? Please, for God's sake, do not go to my Facebook. It's a joke, okay? Please don't be too serious, all right? Do not go to the Facebook and tell, I see this Chinese guy, he's an asshole. Don't say like that, University teach men not to have balls. Okay? They teach men to be weak, to be jobber. Now, why do you think in our training, we give you motivation, education, plus these talks, leadership programs? It's because we want to have combination. You understand? If you're just going to learn our diploma, you're going to be ballers as well. You understand? Now you get it? Think about it. Everybody's afraid, right? Are you not afraid? Everybody's afraid. Oh, what happened if I fail? What happened if I cannot get the job that I want? What happened if I cannot get the salary that I want? What happened if I cannot get the PhD? What happened if I cannot get the master's? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Does it sound like you're a leader now? Your university was designed by rich people. Do you understand? Only the rich people, including your government, because your government is rich. Don't buy the bullshit saying your government is poor. No government is poor, okay? Your government is rich. They design all these programs so that you will be a follower. You will be a jobber, okay? Come back to the Starbucks. I recently went to, because I'm in Malaysia now, okay? I'm in Singapore. I'm a Singaporean. I'm in my Malaysian office now. This is my Malaysia office, okay? So I just went for Starbucks recently. There are almost 10 Starbucks people in the Starbucks in Malaysia. Okay, 10. So, but the customers also 10. In Singapore, there are only 5 Starbucks guys, but the customers 40. Why? Why can Singaporeans pay Starbucks coffee, whereas a lot of the people here will find Starbucks coffee is expensive? It's because the Singaporeans are leaders. Leaders provide jobs. Now you understand. Now you get it. Now you understand how society works. And none of you want to be a leader because all of you are afraid of pain. Because being a leader is difficult. It's difficult. I'm not going to lie to you, Miss Tang Thi Lang. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. Being a leader is thankless. Just like just now, everybody hate their bosses, right? Yeah, I asked you a question just now, right? Who hate their bosses? Govind nearly put up his hand. Govind was going to put his hand. For those people who do not know Govind, Govind is your host, waves to everybody, Govind. And he works for me. So he nearly put up his hand. He was controlling his hand like that, pushing down the screen, because once he put up his hand by 1 centimeter, he will lose his job within 1 second. You understand? And all of you will replace him because the pay is good. Govind's pay is good, believe me. All of you will replace him. I can bet you $1 million. And so Govind is controlling his finger. His finger nearly went up. So when you hate your bosses, because you don't want to be a leader. Now, this is the easiest way to figure out your country. Of course, there are many ways to understand your country. Why Sri Lanka is bankrupt today, why Pakistan have so much problems, why Sudan have so much problems. There's a lot of variation, a lot of version, why Myanmar is controlled by the army, things like that. The real reason is very simple. There is not enough leaders. That's the best answer for every business solutions on this earth, including your family. Imagine some of you have big families, right? Right? You have a lot of brothers, you have a lot of sisters, right? And your brothers are always giving you shit. Your mother always need money. Your father always need money. Your sister need to go to school. Your grandmother this, your grandmother that, your grandfather this, right? Right? Who are in these families? Please put thumbs up. It's okay. Your family members not going to know. There you go, right? Do you know why you're facing so much problems? It's because your brother doesn't want to be a leader. Your father doesn't want to be a leader. Your sister doesn't want to be a leader. Your uncle do not want to be a leader. Your auntie doesn't want to be a leader. Everybody wants to be a jobber in your family. You think about this. So can you imagine that, Paula, you are in a family of leaders. Okay? Your father, leader. Come on, Paula, what the fuck are you doing, man? Let's go. Is he leader? Your mom, Paula, wake up. Wake up. Why are you still sleeping at 10 a.m.? Wake the fuck up. Your younger brother, Paula, I don't need your money, man. I will go out and work and earn my own money. Your sister will tell you, hey, Paula, save your money for yourself, man. I'm a leader. Taking your money is shameful. You see? You see? Life will be totally different, right? You'll be positive. You'll be more positive because you don't have so much problems. You'll be happier because everybody is independent. Everybody is strong. Everybody is mentally, physically tough. Because leadership is not just about the business. Leadership is about leading your life as well. Okay, next one. Understanding stress. So let me explain to you why people do not want to be leaders. People don't want to be leaders is because they are afraid of stress. Who is qualified to hire 100 people today and tell the 100 people, say, hey, fuck it, man, don't worry. Follow me. Let me bring you to a safer place. Who can do it here? Me. Yeah, it's me. I swear. Yeah, me. I swear. Chinese swear. Because I got hundreds of staff. Me. Yeah. That's why I have more money than any one of you. You see? Right? Now, why can't you be like me? That's the question, right? Why can't you be like me? Because you're afraid of stress. Because you're afraid of pain. Because you're afraid of headaches. Now, everybody look at each other now. Look at each other now. Come on, come on. Look at each other. Quick. Look at each other's faces. Please look at each other. Please look at each other. Come on. All right? Okay? Look at each other, right? Do you think you guys are headache if I hire you? Be honest. Put a thumbs up if you agree with me. Right? Can you imagine now, if I hire everybody, do you think my life will be happier or sadder? Now be honest now, huh? Be honest. Okay, be absolutely honest. Okay, if I hire everyone, here we have people from Pakistan. The Pakistan people are different. We have people from Philippines, right? The Filipinos are different. We have people from Africa. The African nations are different. We have people from India. The Indians are different. Bhutanese, Malaysian, Burmese, Vietnamese, Tanzanians, Fijians, Cambodians, Burmese, Sri Lankans. You know your country problem, right? If you are a Filipino today, do you trust Filipino workers? Paula, look at Paula's face. And she's a Filipino. I'm not the racist one, okay? She's the one. If you are an Indian, do you trust Indian workers? If you are an African, do you trust African workers? Be honest. Be honest. That's why nobody wants to be a leader. Because it's stressful. Imagine I hire everybody now. I'm your leader, okay? And I hire everyone. Oh my God, everyone will tell me their problems. Boss, my auntie is pregnant. I need to take care of my auntie. Boss, my grandmother is pregnant. I need to take care of my grandmother. Boss, my cat is pregnant. I need to take care of my cat. Boss this, boss that, every day, boss. Stressful? Stressful? Stressful. Let me explain to you. Being a leader is fucking stressful. That's why nobody wants to be a leader anymore. Oh, boss, that stupid worker, he always complains. I don't know what to do with him. Boss, we ran out of stock. There's no stock in the inventory. What's going to happen? Boss, the competitors is taking away 25% of my business. What's going to happen? Boss, the currency exchange rate went up. How? Boss, the army just control our country. How? Stress. So let's understand what stress is about. Why do you think stress exists today? Sometimes I believe some of you are very religious people, right? You pray to God, right? And you ask God, why is my life so miserable? Why can't Brad Pitt be my husband? Why am I not born in a rich family? What the fuck are you doing, God? I should be in a rich family today, right? Yes. Why can't I be an Australian? If I have an Australian passport, I can go anywhere, right? Why my parents are stupid? If my parents are rich, I don't have to work anymore, right? So let me tell you why stress exists. And this is not cliche, and this is not cringy, and this is not, this is not fake. I really believe that stress exists because God is testing you. It doesn't matter what gods you believe in. I know some of you are Muslims, some of you are Catholics, some of you are Christians, some of you are Buddhists. It's okay. We live in a free world. You can practice whatever religion you believe in. But I truly believe that stress is God testing you. And of course, some of you will tell me, why is God testing me every day? Why is God testing me every day? Now, again, you look at each other now. You think God is testing you only? God is testing everyone. Do you understand? Look at us. Look at all of us now. Look at all of us now. Right? This is a window that maybe this is the only window you can truly see a group of international people. You see people from Pakistan, you see people from Bhutan, you see people from Philippines, you see people from Kazakhstan, you see people from Kyrgyzstan in this group, right? So this is the group. God is testing people every day, every minute, every second, every day of your life until the day you die. Because that's God's job. You understand? Now you understand? So you don't criticize, just like you have a job every day, right? Right? Some of you are IT people, some of you are salespeople, some of you are nurses, some of you are teachers. You don't question the principal of a school and ask the school why you are teaching every day. Because you are a teacher. A teacher teach. What do you think a teacher do? A teacher do break dance in school? No, he teach. You understand? If you are a nurse, you'll be cleaning old people's ass. But the old people will shit everywhere. That's what a nurse do. Right? You don't go ask God why a nurse must clean old people's ass. Because you are a nurse. Right? If you're a salesperson, you don't ask God, hey, can I do sales without talking to people? What? Huh? What? Doesn't make sense, right? So same thing, God has a job. It exists is because it wants to test you every day. So why is it that I have been tested every day? You have been tested every day. Why am I more successful than you? You want to know why? You want to know why? So let me tell you why. Because for me, stress is normal. To you, stress is abnormal. You hate stress. I like stress. Look at Govit. Govit wave to everybody. Look at it. Does he look like an intelligent worker? Does he look like a smart worker? No. I'm going to tell Govit, put your face closer to everybody so that everybody can see. Okay, don't be biased or racist, Govit. Why you hate the Filipinos now? Why you must hide your head behind? Okay, put your head in front for everybody to see. Now look at his face. Do you think that he's an intelligent worker? Do you think that he's the smartest worker on this earth? Do you think that he's the most talented worker on this earth? Do you believe that he can achieve miracles for me? No. When I first met him, I know he's an Indian, and he's really an Indian. And because I hire a lot of Indian workers, before you open your mouth and you say that I'm a racist, if I'm a racist, he will not exist in my company. Okay? I have already know the Indian problem. But the difference between me and you is I accept the Indian problem. The Indian problem to me is a normal problem. It's like brushing your teeth. To me, stress now is like brushing my teeth. You know, when you wake up, you brush your teeth, right? You wash your face, you take a shower, you eat lunch, you eat breakfast, you eat dinner. So stress to me is eating lunch. No reaction. Brushing teeth. What's so special about brushing teeth, right? You wake up, you brush your teeth, you go to work. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you go to school. When you wake up, you brush your teeth, you do housework, right? So to me, stress It's normal. It's part of my life, and I accept it. You don't accept stress. Until today, you're still praying to God why you are not born in a rich family and you are 42 years old. Okay? Right? Until today. What the fuck? 40 years already, unfortunately, maybe some of your parents even died, passed away. And your parents have passed away. And you still wish that you were born in the rich family. Paula, please go to the kitchen, grab a knife, and go and murder your mother a few hundred times. You're still born in the poor family. You see, it's called accepting stress. Why is stress difficult? Think about this. I want you to think carefully. Why is stress such a challenge? Why? We eat, we sleep, we shit every day, right? You go to work, rich people will get into car accidents as well. Poor people will also get into car accidents, right? You eat lobster, you eat a burger, you eat a noodle, you eat some vegetables, fruits, you're still eating. Let me explain to you, because your brain is not wired in the right way. You think that stress is bad. I think that stress is great. Stress makes me more efficient. Stress makes me stronger. Stress makes me more talented. Stress makes me more powerful. Stress makes me smarter. Stress makes me more intelligent. Stress makes me more hardworking. So why is stress bad? Why is stress bad? Ask yourself this question. It's bad because you cannot accept its existence. If I'm going to hire 1,000 people, I will have more stress. If your prime minister wants to build big bridges in your country, he will have more stress. If your president wants to invite a lot of tourists to come to your country, he will have more stress. Everything you see today that is successful are all from stress. Germany is rich, but at a period of time during the Nazis era, they were so stressful because the whole world dumped a lot of sanctions into the country. Japan is the only country that suffered from a nuclear bomb. 2 nuclear bombs. And how the fuck did Japan become one of the richest countries in the world? America is a country of immigrants, refugees, criminals. Back in the 1900s, a lot of these people escaped from their country to be in America. Singapore is a country that formerly belonged to Malaysia. And now we are richer than Malaysia. We were kicked out by Malaysia. For those people that don't understand Singapore history, we were kicked out by Malaysia. The Malaysian government isolated the Chinese in a little island because they do not want to deal with the Chinese people. True story. It's how you take stress. Some countries, I'm sorry to say, like Sri Lanka, or maybe Philippines, or Myanmar, right? Because these are the countries that I know. Countries that I do not know, I'm not going to comment. Okay? These countries are not growing after stress is because the people cannot believe that stress exists. You understand? Like even until today, there's a lot of Burmese people cannot accept that the army general is in control. So if you cannot accept this stress, how are you going to move forward? How are you going to be special? How are you going to be special? Yes, Sri Lanka is bankrupt. So what? I don't think the Filipinos here care. I don't think the Vietnamese people here care. You move on. You accept the stress. You know it exists. You know what's happening. You move on. Right? You see, and I'm going to tell you something. If you don't start to accept stress, which a lot of you still don't accept stress, let me share you something even scarier. As you grow older, stress will continue to increase. It doesn't go lesser when you grow older. Your parents will fall sick. Maybe touch wood, maybe your mother will have cancer. You will have children. 3. You buy a house. You have more bills to pay, right? All your 3 children, all one iPhone. Each of them one iPhone and an iPad, right? So what makes you think that your life, as you grow older, your stress will get lesser? So again, let me ask you this question. Some of you know me for almost a year, right? Because I see some regular students, right? So why is it am I so different from you? Why is it I continue to accept stress? You don't. Because I truly believe stress comes first, happiness comes second. You are stressed is because you cannot accept stress as a reality in your life. That's why you bitch about stress. You complain about stress. My husband left me, or you still cannot get over with it. He left you 15 years ago. 15 years ago, and you still cannot accept it. Right? Agreed? It's true, right? You know your parents are poor, you still cannot accept it. You're scolding your father. Father, man, my dear dad, why can't you work harder when you were younger and you be rich? Therefore, I'm rich today also. Your father is old. He's 80 years old. COVID knows that I always push forward. COVID knows that I believe that stress is like lunch. It's always there. Even if I die, my children will suffer from stress. When my children die, my grandchildren will also suffer from stress. Stress never dies. That's how you become a leader. A leader is unique. A leader is different. A leader understands that stress is the key to success. When there's no stress, there's no life. There's no happiness. There's no progression. There's no extra prizes. There's no triumph. No triumph when you lose and then you win. right? There's no excitement. So always remember this. Stress is good. So let me elaborate more about stress. I believe whatever things we do in life is stressful. Okay, let me explain to you what do I mean by this. Some of you have jobs. Your jobs are stressful. Some of you have no jobs. Staying at home is also stressful. Some of you have husbands. Your husband make you stress. Some of you are single, no husband, no wife. Also stressful. Some of you have no children. Your mother is bitching at you. When are you going to have children? Some of you have too much children. Stress. So why I decided to be a boss? Because I know if I work for someone, it's also stress. When I run my own company, also stress. So what do you think I would choose? Stay at home, do nothing, stress. Learn Japanese in order for you to work in Japan, stress. When you go to Japan to work, because the Japanese work 12 hours a day, stress. Everything we do is stress. So why can't you accept that stress is good? Think about it. Some of you cannot speak good English, right? Stress. Learning English, stress. So what is not stress? Lorena, I can see her folding clothes now, right? I can see her folding clothes, right? Stress? Stress. That is one of the most boring fucking jobs that ever. Can you imagine every day you're folding clothes? Lorena always fold clothes when he attend my classes. Every single class you attend, you can see her folding clothes. Not stress, every day. That is one of the most boring jobs on this earth. Stress. I swear to God, Lorena, every day she's thinking like that. What the fuck am I doing here, man? Folding clothes after clothes after clothes after clothes after clothes after clothes. Stress. But guess what? If Lorena stays at home, do nothing, every day you look at the four walls, also stress. You see? Think about this. Hey, Lorena, seriously, no, I start to realize every time you attend my class, you are folding clothes, man. Every single time. Right? Can you imagine your job is like that? Stress? Stress? Stress. Okay? Stress. What's the big fucking deal? What's the big fucking deal? What's the big deal? Seriously, I look at stress in a different way. What's the big fucking deal? If I die on my own terms. I'm not going to let stress kill me. All leaders die on their own terms. Think about this. You know, a lot of your presidents and prime minister got arrested and put to jail for corruption, right? Right? You think they did not know what corruption is about? They know, but they don't care. They want to die on their own terms. You see, leaders is about you making the decision to tell the world that you don't want to live like this anymore. That's why some of you are taking baby steps, like Lorena, although she's taking baby steps. She's trying her best to upgrade herself. That's why she's attending classes while working. And she earned my respect for that. You know how hard it is for you to work while listening to a class? That is like a mini leadership, because she made the decision that in order to get out from her life, she needs to learn more. So I repeat, the difference between me and you is, I think, stress is normal. Stress is like breathing air. So sometimes when my managers call me up, right, and tell me something, my first reaction is, what the fuck? But somebody did something stupid in some of my companies. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. That's the difference. You are surprised. You're still surprised that why you are poor today, right? Until today, you're still thinking why you are so poor. You're surprised now. I should be rich, man. Why am I poor? So you ask God for the last 20 years, what happened? Okay? Because until today, you are still surprised. Okay? Next one. Leaders versus bosses. That's the difference, huh? Leaders versus bosses. Now, bosses and leaders, there's a difference. Leaders lead from the front. He has different attributes and he believes in different responsibilities. A boss tell people what to do. You understand? Doesn't mean that he can do it. Now, I cannot say there's no successful bosses and there's no successful leaders, because both are equally successful. But if you tell me which is easier to do, I believe a leadership way is easier to do. Why? Because you have to lead from the front. Remember, a few weeks ago, some of you attend my classes, I told you to put yourself in the line of fire. The line of fire means be in the front. Yes, it's okay. Because leadership is not just about the work, it's not about you delivering good work. Leadership is about more towards your character, your personality. Okay? You work to build your character. You study to build your personality. You don't study to work. You study to give knowledge to yourself and how you use your knowledge to bring success to yourself. So a lot of people don't understand this. They thought that, leadership is about telling people what to do. It's not. It's about putting us there. Imagine tomorrow. Imagine tomorrow, all of you went crazy, okay? Imagine all of you went crazy. Everything you do, you volunteer yourself in the front. Your mother wants you go to buy some stuff from him. Mom, I will go. Okay? Your boss say, who's going to do this project? Boss, I will do. Your father tell you to, hey, you got to help me carry these things. Who's going to help me to carry these things? Hey, Dad, I will do. The leadership is a doing nature. Do you understand now? Do more, get more. Sometimes when you do more, you don't get more money. It's true, huh? Sometimes when you do more, you might not get more money, but you will get many things. You will get more skill sets. You get more knowledge. You will start to train your character. You start to train your ability because you are always doing stuff. You're always doing things. Like I like to do things every day. I cannot stay at home. I cannot stay at home and sleep. I wake up really early in the morning because I always want to do a lot of things. Because I want to be in the front. Because in the front, the knowledge is always in the front. The money is always in the front. The skill sets is always in the front. The money is not behind, no? The skill sets is not behind, no? The opportunities are not behind. It's always in the front. Leaders have the most opportunities on this earth. It's because they always put themselves in the front. If you always put yourself behind, when do you think the opportunities will come to you? When do you think the money will come to you? When do you think your skills will come to you? It's true. Sometimes you do more doesn't mean that you get paid more. When I first hired Govind, Govind, my dear little Govind, because he has a master in business. So he don't like to be in the front. He always do things behind. So there are several times I fuck him up. Right, Govind? Now, I'm going to share you something now, and maybe you don't believe. But Govind, later you swear on your mother's life to see your boss whether he's telling the truth or not. One of Govind's job is to help foreigners like you to find Singapore employers for internship. Do you know that? You don't, right? Listen, this is an Indian guy, and he speaks funny. When you speak to Govind, he has this monotone voice. You know, monotone voice? Hi, my name is Govind. I am 26 years old. There's no, it's like listening to radio. You know, radio when you cannot turn the channel. That's how Govind voice sound. Okay, I swear. That's how. Later I mute. He will talk to you, and then you can hear his voice. And like radio. And there's no, you don't know what the hell he's talking about, right? So initially, one of Govind's tasks was he was supposed to find Singapore employers, and the Singapore employers are supposed to provide internship for students like you and our students that are in Singapore. True story. So obviously, look at Govind. What the fuck, right? Govind, you look like a scammer, man. What the fuck you going to find internship for me, right? You start scratch your head. What the hell? He speaks like a cassette tape. How is this cassette player going to help me to get a job, right? Guess what? That's one of his jobs, and he's doing okay. Swear to God, swear in front of your mother. No, the Chinese swearing. Wait, hurry up, Govind. Everybody's waiting. Yeah, that's one of his job. Initially, he find it difficult because he's thinking, what the fuck? I'm an Indian guy. My English is shit. How can I find internship for Filipinos? How can I find internship for Vietnamese? How can I find internship for Burmese people? How? How is it possible, right? So I tell Govind, shut the fuck up. This is how, if you work for me, this is my keywords. Shut the fuck up. Just go and do it. So I put Govind in the line of fire. Oh man, initially he want to run away from the fire, you know, because when you see the fire, you run, right? So Govind tried to escape from the fire. But I was monitoring Govind for a long time. Every time he moved an inch away from the fire, I will fuck him up and push him back to the end line of the fire. So now Govind can find employers easily. Crazy, huh? COVID, swear on your mother's life like that. Quick, hurry up. There you go. Hey, this is not a joke, huh? He swear on his mother's life, huh? Why? That's leadership. Leadership is not about speaking out loud like me. I'm a loud speaker, you know. I speak a lot because I'm the CEO, so that's part of my job. Public figure is part of my job. Leadership comes from silence as well. It doesn't have to be loud, you know. Like your father, remember your father that worked really, really hard just to put you into school. He hates his job so badly, but he worked a lot of overtime. He said, hey, son, don't worry, man. I'm going to give you the university fees. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to take care of your mother. I'm going to take care of your school. You just study hard. I'll take care of everything. That's what leadership is about. And that's why in today's world, you start to realize that your parents, most are not all, again, most parents are more successful than their children. Leadership, your responsibilities, your attributes. Ultimately, the question is, what is the big deal? Why are you afraid? Seriously, why are you afraid? Why are you fucking lazy? Some of you are lazy, right? You know that, right? Why? No, seriously, why? Why are you arrogant? Some of you are arrogant. You escape from leadership position because you are afraid. So when you're afraid, you put yourself in an arrogance position. Why? No, seriously. Yes, you will fail. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes I fail as well. There are some staff that are sacked. There are some staff that resign. I fail as well. But a good leader always continue. So what is the big deal? Then let's talk about the benefits. Now, what is the benefit? Okay, let me explain to you what's the benefit of being a good leader. A good leader understands that life is hard, and he accepts that. Like me, I accept that life is hard. I accept it. You don't accept it. So when you fight against life, life always kicks you in the ass. Okay? I accept that life is difficult. Yes, you look at me. I'm a Singaporean. I should have easier life. You're wrong. I have 200 staff. 80% of them are foreigners. Some of them are from Myanmar. Some of them are from Vietnam. Some of them are from Australia. Some of them are Philippines. So they are just like you. So when they are stupid, I suffer. When they are smart, I prosper. When they are lazy, I suffer. When they are hardworking, I'm prosper. Same, because they are my extended family. Some of my staff lost their parents in car accident. Some of my staff lost their parents in cancer. They're like my extended family. Do you understand? Like an auntie. I lost an auntie. Like COVID, he triumphed. He bought a house. He bought a house in India. You see, he triumphed. Right? So same thing, when he's happy, I'm happy. We share the success together. Right? So being a leader, the benefits is you must know and you must make it your destiny. If you follow my Instagram, right, I put the word destiny is all. Leader is about your destiny. How you want your destiny going to be. I know it sounds a bit philosophical now, but it's true. I put myself as a leader because that's my destiny. Because I don't want to be normal. I refuse to be normal. So when you use the word destiny, you have to be special to use the word destiny. I want to be special. I want to be a leader because that's my destiny. Because if I'm not going to lead my family, if I'm not going to lead my company, if I'm not going to lead my staff, if I'm not going to lead my staff family, who's going to do it? The government? You think the government will come down and do it for you? We don't talk about your government. You think Singapore government will help me? No. No. The government are peacekeeper. That's all. They keep the peace. That's their job. You understand? The government's job is to keep the peace. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor, their job is to keep the peace. That is their job. So the benefit is you start to find out what is your destiny. Of course, through your destiny, you can have a lifestyle. Who doesn't want to have a lifestyle? Yes, I'm busy. I'm really, really busy. Today is Saturday, I'm working. Tomorrow is Sunday, I'm also working. But as crazy as it sounds, I think I still have more free time than most of you. You know why? Because it becomes your passion. When your job and your life become your passion, you want to do more. Do you understand? Do you understand this philosophy? When your life become your passion, you want to do more. You don't want to stay at home. A lot of you are not passionate enough. That's why you feel very little, you feel little energy, you feel depressed, you feel sad, because you did not transform your destiny and you did not transform your lifestyle into your passion. Passionate people don't want to stay at home because they want to live life. Okay? Like to me, my lifestyle is work. My wife came to me a few weeks ago to work. She came to Malaysia with me. So we spent a few days together, but I went to work. My wife is okay. She's happy. Right? Because once you're passionate, things start to move. You cannot, you think that sleeping is a waste of time. I'm telling you, I think that sleeping is a waste of time now. You love to sleep. Sunday, you sleep until 1 p.m. Right? I think sleeping is how I wish I have more time. You guys wish that you have lesser time. When you go to work, you know, when you go to work, right, you look at the clock. What the fuck? How come it's still not 6:30 p.m.? I'm supposed to go home now. Come on, faster, faster. You tap on your watch, huh? Faster, faster. Hey, it's 4 p.m. You're tapping on your watch to make it 6:30 p.m. Because you did not put leadership into your job. You are waiting for the right opportunity. That is stupid. You have to put leadership in you first, and then the opportunities will come. You are just waiting. So imagine if I'm Daniel, right? You have a job that you hate, right? So you go to work, you do not want to put your leadership, your job, you're just hanging around. So years have passed, still no opportunities. So you're waiting for when? You're waiting for the right job, and then you're going to show your leadership skills? No. Anything you do today, you should put your leadership skills into your job, because you are training yourself for the right opportunity. The right opportunity will always come if you're the right person. Opportunities will never go to you when you're always the wrong person. Imagine if you are lazy. Like some of you are lazy, right? You know you're lazy, right? Some of you, yes? Put a thumbs up. Come on, be honest. Be honest, right? So what the fuck, man? You think lazy people will have opportunities? Come on, please. Come on, please wake up. Hello, Mr. Abdallah Rubia. Please wake up. You really believe that opportunities will go to lazy people? You know how fucking crazy you are if you think like that? That's absolutely crazy. Who the fuck want to give right opportunities to lazy people? You will not give opportunities to lazy people because you are the king of laziness and you know how lazy people are like. Whatever shit that you are doing now, put leadership into it. Start training your leadership skills up. Be the man. Once you are the man, opportunities will come. I guarantee you that. Bosses like me always want to give jobs to people. I'm telling you the truth. If you know rich people on this earth, rich people, I don't know how many rich people you know. Rich people always want to hire good people. But they want to hire the people that they want. They don't want to hire you. Do you understand? Okay? So what kind of people do you think they want? They want people that is hardworking, that show leadership, that's willing to learn, willing to commit, willing to put in effort, willing to this, willing to do that. And they will know. And that's where these rich people will hire you. Right? Leadership is a lifestyle. It's not even a work. It's not even a job. It's about you being the man. You being the man or you being the woman. You want to take control of your life. You want to control how you live. You want to see how you behave. That's what being a leader is about. Leader is not just about a CEO position, a manager position, or supervisor position. No. It's about you wanting to be the leader in your life. Be that man. Be that man. And I can promise you that miracles will happen. The miracles has not happened yet to you. It's because you're not the man yet. And you know that. You know that. You're not the woman yet. You know that. You know that. So don't blame the world. Blame yourself. Nobody want to hire shit workers. And even if you cannot find the right jobs, right? If you are trained to be a strong leader, if you understand what leadership is about, there are so many opportunities for you to do many things. You can start to sell t-shirts. You can start to sell fried chicken. You can start to sell e-commerce products. You can start to sell, these are all self-employed positions, right? You don't even need somebody's approval. You can sell whatever you want to sell, especially internet is so prosperous today. That's why this is the reason why leadership is so important. Do you get it now, guys? Clear? Put a thumbs up if you understand. Come on. Good. So because today, usually, our classes are 2 hours, right? But usually I will because a lot of people ask me a lot of questions, and our classes will usually shoot up to 3 hours. Okay, but today I can't because 7 p.m. today I have a company dinner, so I need to bring the staff out for a company dinner. So I'm going to stop at 7 p.m. today. So as usual, the last 20 to 30 minutes, okay, what I usually will do is that I will allow you to type all your questions on the chat box below here. Because there's 167 of you, I cannot unmute everybody. You understand? So you can ask me all your problems that you have now at the current situation, but please be a legit problem. Don't be a stupid problem. I'm a stupid problem. Sir, how can I be more handsome? What the fuck? That's it. Okay. How the hell would I know? That's a stupid question. Okay. Ask some questions that's important. All right. So type on the chat box below and let me try my best to help you and give you some guidance and some answers. Okay. Now, again, I know life is not easy. Remember this? I've been to Pakistan. I know Pakistan people, life is not easy. I've been to India. I know Indian people, life is not easy. I've been to Myanmar. I've been to Philippines. I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Malaysia. You know, I've been to many, many countries. Okay, I know that life is not easy. But one thing you got to always remember this. No one can rescue you if you cannot rescue yourself. But because you are a jobber, the jobber people always look for help. You understand? You understand? Jobber people always look for help. Now, please understand this. I remember 2 years ago, and this is a true story. 2 years ago, my business suffered badly because of COVID, and I lost millions of dollars. I delayed a lot of my staff salary, including COVID. I delayed his salary for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This is a true story. So during that time, I thought there will be people coming to help me. You understand? No one came. No one came. Not my friends, not my partners. They all ran. I'm telling you the truth. Nobody come and help me. And I was negative millions. You're just zero. A lot of you are just zero. I was negative millions, minus millions. You, zero. That's the difference. Zero is still better than negative million. Right? But why we managed to pull out from the whole situation? Because I was emotional. You know, sometimes even no matter how smart you think I am, no matter how talented you think I am, I'm just like you. Okay, I'm a human. I suffer. I get depressed. I get sad. You know. So during that time, I was really, really down. Down. There are so many nights I did not want to go back home. So I slept in the office. I took a picture, true story, to remind me that. So I put a mattress on the floor, the pillow, the blanket, and I slept at the office. 1 week, I slept 2 times. But because I know no one can help me, I decided to make a decision. Fuck the world. I told myself, fuck the world. True story. COVID knows. COVID lived through it. I said, fuck the world and fuck everyone. You know what I did? I lead myself. I decided to work 14 hours per day during COVID. COVID knows. I worked 14 fucking hours for at least 8 months. Because I told myself, what's the big fucking deal if I fail? I led myself. I sleep early. I took pictures because I want to remember. Next class, I'll show you. I promise you, I'll show you the picture of my bed. I took a picture. Because I was so ashamed, you know, because I was so successful. I give good life to my family. I provide good life for my mom. I retire my mom when I was 30 years old. You understand? Right? So I was so ashamed that I did not want to go home to face my family. So imagine you give good life to your family and then you go home one day, you don't have money anymore. As a man, it feels terrible. I'm telling you the truth. It feels absolutely terrible. And then I'm delaying my staff salary. You know, my staff, I've never delayed any of my staff salary. But during the 6 months period, they all get their salary at the 3rd week that they're supposed to get at the 1st week. So how did I overcome it when nobody came to help me? I decided to work 14 hours a day. Do you understand? True story, I decided to cancel all my off days. And COVID knows that I work 14 hours a day. And through me, all my staff volunteer for extra hours. And that's how we pull the shit out. And so COVID can buy his fucking house today. Okay, so let's see what questions you have. Okay, the first question. Sir, can you give us tips on how to be a good communicator? Now, actually, there are 2 ways to learn communication. Okay, so I'm going to give you some suggestion. The first way, of course, you can attend classes, right? My class, Wally's class, some of the classes you can learn from YouTube channels, things like that. Another way is to work part-time. Okay, get a job that requires you to talk to people. You understand? Remember last week or a few weeks ago, I mentioned to you, put yourself in the line of fire. You know, sell handphones, it doesn't matter, you know, because it's not the money that you want, you know, it's putting yourself, like you're from the Philippines, right? Yeah, okay, good. So, you know, in Philippines, there's a lot of part-time jobs, right? But the part-time jobs are service-related jobs, right? Like banquet, you know, F&B, shops, and things like that. Remember, you work there is not because you want the money. The money is bonus. You understand? You work part-time there is you want to put yourself in the line of fire. So all the customers that comes to you. So I want you to imagine now, I work in McDonald's. I'm in the McDonald's counter now, and you come and eat at my burgers, right? So I want to be the best server. So, hi, hello, Mark. How are you today? Welcome to McDonald's. Start talking to the customer. Right? You cannot talk to strangers, right? Imagine you go and talk to Julia like that. Julia will think that you're fucking crazy because you're harassing her, right? You understand? So you do all these jobs, it's because you want to improve so every customer came in, your objective is to make him happy. That's how I improved my own communication skills. When I was young, I was very shy as well. So one day I decided to sell jewelry. True story, I decided to sell jewelry. I was selling turquoise. Turquoise is part of the gems, like diamonds, you know, turquoise. So I talked to a lot of people, and that's how I improved my communication skills. If you are a beginner, so I presume that you are a beginner, right? So that's the way, the best way. Do we have a class on Monday night next week? I think so. Yeah, should be, because I'm traveling back to Singapore. If I can make it, I'll let you know. I think yes, the answer is yes. Okay, well, I explained. From now on, I changed my lifestyle. I want to be a leader in the front. Yes, you did. Okay, what is your key of success? Now, my key of success is I do not give a fuck about how people think about me. I don't care. Because one of the biggest problems with young people today is because it's called face value. You know face value? Face value means you're afraid of failure. You're afraid. You're scared. You're afraid to try new things. You're afraid to do many things because you're so afraid. Do you understand? So because you are always thinking that people are judging you. Let them judge. Maybe you are the dumbest person on this earth. You need to be judged. Hey, it happens, man. What makes you think that you're smart? You do not know until you do things, right? To know whether you are intelligent or smart is only when you start to do things, right? Right? So when you start to do things, feedbacks and judging is good and bad, right? So it's how you program yourself to accept criticism. Like I accept criticism because I don't give a fuck. If the criticism is good, I need to do something about it. I will do something about it. You understand? So the key to success of my life is I don't give a shit. I persist. I persist. I persist. I persist. I learn to love stress. COVID was good for me. As crazy as it sounds, COVID was good for me. Because I learned a lot of new businesses. Because in COVID, I had many things you cannot do, right? So I learned new skills. I learned a lot of new things, which I can implement and make my business better. So, love pain. I love pain. Pain is good for you. Imagine every day you live in the princess life. You think it's good for you? Correct. Okay. If you are a student of what leadership quality we have to follow? Now, it's hard. This question is a bit complicated, okay, because everybody has a preference of what kind of leaders you want to follow, right? Some of you like me, it's true. Some of you like me, some of you don't like me. It's okay. You understand? There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Some of you don't like me, I'm not angry. You understand? Why must you like me, right? Who the fuck am I, right? So you understand what I'm saying? So it's okay, right? So I cannot give you the right answer for this, but what I can give you is always choose people that have track record. Okay, what do I mean by this? Imagine you want to be a chef or cook, right? And you know your mother is a fantastic cook. Learn from your mother. Okay? If you want to do a cafe business, that means you want to open a cafe, right? You will not be able to learn a cafe business from your professors. You should join a cafe, work in the cafe, and work for the boss. Why? Because the boss have track record. You understand? Okay, so if you tell me you want to learn something, again, it varies because everybody have different tastes, but the common answer is always choose people that have track record of success. Now, when I was young, sometimes I attend some classes, right? I don't trust the professors in business. And the professor is poorer than me. How the fuck is he going to teach me business? You see? Now you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So what kind of things can he teach me? Nothing. I use a lot of vulgar words, right? Yes. Yes, right. I use a lot of F-bombs, right? Some of you like it, some of you don't like it. Right? I deliberately use these F-bombs. Why? Because life is fuck. It's better that you know now than that you know later. You understand? Right? So again, just because I use F-bombs doesn't mean that I'm not qualified. Right? Just because you hear a lot of F-bombs, oh, Mr. Ma's word is so offensive. Oh, I need to cancel him. Right? Doesn't mean that I'm not qualified. Get my point? So the best, if you want to learn leaders, learn from people with actual track record. So example, if your mother can take care of 10 children and you want to be a good mother, learn from your mother. Because she has 10 children, you only have one. So shut the fuck up and learn from your mother. Understand? Now you get it? Okay, good. Huh? Sir, stress leads towards depression, but you say stress is good. Okay, again, the reason why you are depressed is because you cannot accept stress is real. That's why you're depressed. Because every day you're complaining why your life sucks, why your life is shit, there's no hope, there's no this, because you cannot accept it. You understand? Just like imagine your loved one just died, right? So the one that you love the most just died. So obviously, it's stressful because the loved one no longer exists anymore, right? But why you become depressed is because you cannot let go. So if you cannot let go, of course you're going to be depressed. But if you think like me, a bit crazy, right? Stress is normal. Stress is fun. What's the big fucking deal? Life goes on. I get hit, I climb up, I get hit, I climb up, I get hit, I go up again, I hit, I go up again. So when you think stress in a different way, it's not going to be depressing. It's only going to be depressed if you cannot let go. You think that stress is not normal. As some of you, until today, upset that your family is poor. You see? So you cannot accept what, right? You cannot accept why my family is so poor, why my family is like that, 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 why my family is like that. You get depressed. Of course you get depressed, right? The stress is already there. But if you think about it, yes, my family is poor, but it's okay. You know why? Because 70% of the people in my country is also poor. So what's the big fucking deal? So what I need to do is to learn the skills to get money. There you go. You see, that's how you overcome it. Same thing, your loved one that you just died. I know it sounds a bit cruel. After a few months, after you mourning, find another girlfriend. Life goes on. You see? So that's how you overcome stress. Right? If you don't think stress, for example, death is normal. You understand? People eventually will die, right? Right? All people eventually will die. So why are you so stressed about? That's normal. But when you think that death is not normal, you will be super stressful. Okay, and you'll be depressed. So if people have bad leaders who have no leadership skills, how should that people develop themselves without the government skills support? Now, this is also not a good question because sometimes if you're surrounded with shitty people, it's hard to learn. Now, when I was young, I have these problems as well because a lot of my friends are not educated, a lot of my situation is not good. So what I do is I go to the library and learn. Sometimes, if you cannot find real teachers, you can find fictional teacher. So one of my favorite teacher is Batman. Batman, the Batman, Batman, right? So I read a lot of Batman comics when I was young. But Batman is an ordinary, if you know Batman, Batman is the only superhero on this earth that have no special powers, but he fight criminals with special powers. So he's always the underdog. Batman believes in training, like I believe in training. I believe in upgrading yourself every day. So Batman always trains himself. Batman is mentally tough. Mentally tough. And that's what I want to be. I want to be mentally tough. So sometimes, if you cannot find a hero that you worship, sometimes there's movies, right? So you know some movies you like, you know that that's the hero you like, so you follow him. So if you cannot find the leaders surrounded you, you should behave like what I did. Batman is my hero. I know Batman's story, man. I read a lot of their comics. I go to the library because the comics are free, so I read a lot of comics there. So Batman is my hero. Yeah, he suffered through pain. Really, his parents got murdered at the age of 6, right? By a criminal. So that's why I feel that maybe you should do. How can I be a successful leader when all the followers are looking for my downfall? Of course, followers don't want you to be successful. It's normal. Who the fuck want you to be successful? They're your followers, man. You think Govind want me to be successful? Govind? Right, Govind? Fuck, man, Govind hates me when he first met me. He doesn't want me to be successful, okay? Because people are petty-minded, right? So why do you care? The question is, why do you care? So when I continue to work hard, when I continue to do many things, Govind one day will shut the fuck up and follow my lead. That's what he did. You see, why do you bother about what other people care about you? What the hell is wrong with you? You understand? Work on yourself. If you continue to work on yourself, people will follow. That's what I did, okay? Sir, can I work in your company if you graduate from your school? The answer is yes. Why not? You can send your resume to our company. Sir, can we get internship in your organizer after graduation? The answer is yes. Why not? You can send your resume to us. Okay, I think I answered that question. It's the first time I join your class. Every time I try, but today I decided I like to. Yes, I attend. Always be encouraged to attend class. And today it's really motivating. Thank you, thank you. I'm a former domestic helper in Singapore. Do you think, sir, after this program, can I get work in Singapore in other industry? Mary Grace, I'm sorry you can't, because that's nothing to do with you. It's government policies. If you're a domestic worker in Singapore, you cannot apply for any other jobs except cleaning jobs, which I don't think you want to do instead. But let me give you a suggestion. Since you're a domestic worker here, why not try other countries? Like go to Qatar, Dubai, Europe, maybe I can give you one advice. In many countries now, especially the hospitality industry, they are hiring people. Okay, in Qatar, they are paying housekeeping, I think $800 a month, something like that. Ritz-Carlton, 5-star hotels. We're talking about 5-star hotels. So if you don't want to be a domestic helper, my suggestion is go for those countries, because on your resume, put housekeeping. Don't put domestic worker. They don't know. Believe me, it's the same. In fact, domestic helper is harder than housekeeping. If you can be a domestic helper, you can do a housekeeping job easily. You understand? And because you work in Singapore, you see, because you work in Singapore, right? So Singapore is still a selling point. You understand? So my suggestion is you try those places, right? Of course, if you want to work for me, again, you can send your resume to us. But then again, my jobs are different. A lot of people want to work for me. But when they start their work, oh, boss, why is it so difficult? You understand? Okay. So again, you see my company, you think that's a special company. Yeah, it is a special company. But again, I'm always hiring people, and it's true. Just that these few weeks I'm very, very busy. So we are planning to hire a lot of people come early June, late June. Sorry, early to late June. All right. So please look out for that, and you can try to apply. Okay. Of course, I want to work in UK. Yeah. Okay. Priya, I remember you are Malaysian, right? So yes, because of your passport, yes, there is opportunities for you to work in UK. Okay, thank God you have a Malaysian passport. If you have like a Afghanistan passport, it's going to be challenging. All right. What is the most important responsibility of a leader? Again, it's just based on my personal opinion. Able to take shit. That's how I feel. You see, you have to be like this Superman. You know why Superman is super? Why Superman is super? Superman is super because he can take a lot of shit. Once you take the shit in, it's how you use the shit to make you stronger. earlier on, somebody said that if you take so much shit, will you be depressed? Of course you'll be depressed. But there's also a chance that you might not be depressed. All rich people, all famous people take the most shit. Your president take the most shit because every fucking day you go to social media and you fuck your president up. Right? True? It's true. All the richest people on this earth take the most shit. Always remember that. Okay? After today, my life would never be the same. Oh, thank you. Are you in the Philippines now, sir? Okay. Those people, you know that I'm going to the Philippines soon, right? Okay, 100%, I will be going to the Philippines either on the 19th or the 20th. Okay? Between 21st to 23rd, I'll be a bit busy, but 24, 25, 26, I will be free. Okay, so for those people that wish to come and see me in the Philippines, I will organize something in Manila for, if you want to come and see me, yes, you can, you may come and see me. Let me organize, but 100% I'm going there. I'm going to Manila, 100%. Between the 19th to the 20th, I'll stay there for a week. The first 3 days, I'm going to settle my company things. And then the final 3 days, if those people that wish to come and see me, yes, I will be there. Okay. Keep yourself updated. Talk to your consultant. Okay. Talk to the trainers, talk to the people you know in our company. Say, hey, when is Benson going to go to the Philippines? Ask them. They will tell you, I do not know yet. So you keep on asking them, and then one day they will know. So they will tell you, okay? What should I do if my boss shows leadership to others but not to me? Again. Now, sometimes it's like that. When you do leadership positions, when you work, you don't work for others. You work for yourself. Sometimes there will be unfair treatment. Yes, maybe your colleague is prettier than you, and your supervisor is a man. Thank God, Govind is ugly as fuck. Right? You understand? No? So sometimes it is unfair. But remember this. Why you are there for? You are there for yourself. You got to continue to always remind yourself that this job might not be the job that will be there forever. Your job is to learn as much as possible so that you can be a better person when the right opportunities comes along. Okay. All right. I think I need to stop. Okay, because there's too many questions. Oh God, the questions never end. You know. So I'm so sorry. I'm gonna leave for my dinner with my guys. So again, thanks for joining my classes today. All right, and always remember this. Always remember this. Put yourself in the line of fire. Fuck fire. Why are you afraid of fire? Fire is part of your lives every day. You use fire to cook, right? So why are you afraid of fire? Just like problems are normal, natural. Everybody faces problems. What makes you think you're different? Rich people face problems. Poor people face problems. Americans face problems. Ukrainians face problems. China people face problems. Everybody faces problems. This problem is normal. Love problems. Love problems. Why do you care? Why are you afraid? Why are you this? Why are you that? So ultimately, the problem is still you. Okay? Govind, please put the PowerPoint slides again for everybody to download. Okay? Again, thank you so much. I will see you next Monday. Okay, next Monday is the motivation classes. All right. So for those people that wish to come my classes, please ask the link from your consultant about the motivation classes on Monday. And I'll see you on Monday then. Okay. Bye-bye.